Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thanks for joining us once again on Talkin' Fight for another episode of the Friday Night Panel with Mike Gore and myself. And we've got a special guest in the audience tonight, coming in all the way from Nova Scotia, Kirk Johnson, great heavyweight Canadian fighter. And pretty soon we're going to be joined by Tim Witherspoon and have a very entertaining conversation, I'm sure, since both Kirk and Tim know each other quite well. But let's start off with a little bit of conversation about some upcoming fights this weekend. What do you say, Mike?
Oh my God, man! Dude, we got some big ones, man. I'm super excited. I know everybody's been waiting for it. Everybody has been waiting for it, but we're finally going to see Canelo back in action against none other than Bivol. Who's ready for this? Who's ready for this one?
This is going to be a great fight.
Thank you. Yes, it is. Yes, it's going to be a great one. We've all been waiting for it. It's now finally getting underway, and this is after Canelo just signed a new long-term promotional deal with Matchroom, and this is great, man. Eddie Hearn's predicting Dimitri Bivol will outweigh Canelo Alvarez by 20 pounds by the time that this fight is actually underway.
I agree. Probably anywhere between 10 to 15. Canelo's going to put on a little weight himself, so he'll be bigger than Canelo.
I'm super excited about this, man. I can't wait for this one to get underway. Actually, there's great kids on the undercard on this one, and that's what I'm really about, man. All about these young cats that are up and coming in the game. We got Mark Catros back in action on this one in the lightweight division, and we also got Montana Love, another kid that I like to watch out for there, man. He's fighting Gabriel Golas Valenzuela in the super lightweight division. And then we got it headed up by Alvarez versus Bivol, man. And this is going to be a big one, man. I'm super excited to see this. These two, pound for pound superstar Canelo Alvarez, he's 57-1 with two losses. And he's signed a new multi-fight deal with Matchroom Boxing and DAZN. And the first fight, we'll see boxing's biggest attraction step into the weight and take on Dimitri Bivol, who's 19-0 with 11 KOs. And this one's for a bid for the WBA light heavyweight title. And this is going to be the second fight in the multi-fight deal. It is set for September, so this one's good, man. Canelo Alvarez, he's claimed the IBF super middleweight strap last time out against Caleb Plant, becoming the first boxer ever to become undisputed champion at super middleweight. Prior to that, the Mexican star picked up the WBA, WBC, and WBO and the Ring Magazine super middleweight titles against Caleb Smith and Billy Joe Saunders, respectively, all within a year to make history and cement his spot as the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and a memorable period that saw the 31-year-old bagged numerous Fighter of the Year awards, including the ESPN, Sports Illustrated, and Ring Magazine. But then we got Dimitri Bivol. He's been flawless in the paid ranks. He now bags the blockbuster showdown he's been craving in the form of boxing's pound-for-pound king Canelo. And, Bivol picked up the WBA light heavyweight title in 2016 and has defended it an impressive 10 times already to become the best active light heavyweight fighter in the world. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this big one, man? What's everybody think about this one?
I think it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a hard-fought fight. Canelo is moving up in weight, and his punches are not going to affect Bivol as much as it affect some of the other fighters. So I think it's going to be a war, going to be a few rounds that's going to look like warfare.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be a well thought one. I think it's going to be a war. Both these guys are good contenders. I kind of like Bivol, man, and I think if Bivol, I think Bivol's got the ability, man. Ever since he's entered the paid ranks, he really hasn't done anything wrong in his career. He's we're looking at 10-time defending champ. So. Oh, here we go. We're joined. We're joined right now.
Give me something to put on there.
James Hagler in the building. James Hagler and
we got James here. Come on, Shania. I was rushing back here, man. How y'all guys doing?
Tim, we have a friend of yours here.
Tim Witherspoon, what's up? Kirk Johnson, Canadian fighter.
Kurt, I heard it, Kurt, right?
Yeah, you used to come at the Joe Hands gym when I was training in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
And
I just came from there about 3 hours ago. I had to go to Philly.
okay,
How recently was that?
that was a long time ago, man. That was like
Oh,
20 years ago. But you used to come there, and I just sparred with a friend of yours named Zuri Lawrence.
oh, Zuri, he was my
Yeah,
sparring partner. He was a real nice guy too.
Yeah, he was one of my guys. Matter of fact, we were speaking the other night, and we were speaking about you too. And I told the podcast just a little while ago before you came on. I said, of all the people that spoke to me after the Klitschko fight, I said Tim Witherspoon had it right. Everybody else saying, "Oh, Kirk, you were overweight," but that was the hardest I ever trained for any fight in my life. It wasn't about that. What you first said to me was 100% the truth. You said, Kirk, you remember back in the day, because you were standing with Al Cole, a guy I fought twice. I beat him twice. But anyway, you said, well, Kirk, you know what? You said to me, Kirk, the thing you were supposed to do is feel your guy out, like feel him out. And he said you didn't show no defense, but yet when I saw you train in Philly, you had nothing but great defense, but you didn't show it in the fight. And that's what you have to do. You got to be able to survive before you conquer. And I didn't do it there. You know what I'm saying? So of all the people who gave me advice, I can't lie to you. That was the most greatest advice I ever had, was to feel your man out, or whatever the case may be.
I'm gonna cry. No, champ. That is beautiful. Thank you for saying them kind words. You know, I like to try to encourage people, boxers, anything, anywhere I go.
Yes.
Just encouraging, man. That was good, Kirkland. That's right.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, yeah. But and just to see how great a shape you're in right now, and how you are right now, man. This is encouragement too, because you're growing older just to look young.
64. I'll be 65.
64.
I just came from Joe Hands. Yeah, I'll be 65. I just came from Joe Hands.
Oh,
I
yeah?
did the Stairmaster for like 30 minutes. I did the ropes. 3 minutes, about 3 times. You know, and it makes you feel better too. The older you get, the more you have to train. Kirkland, that's right.
Yeah, so you making a comeback now?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, if I get in shape, I know that I won't get hit. I know that much.
Exactly.
And I know they'll make a mistake. I'll take them 1 or 2 shots and land it on somewhere where I know that hurt them.
Exactly.
That'll be that would help. All that old stuff I used to know. They're not doing it today.
Yes.
They're not
That's
doing
what I tell
it
my
today.
son. I tell my son, you need to train like the old days, man. If you train like the old days, you'll beat a lot of those dudes, man.
No, find somebody that has the old day knowledge that still does it. Yeah.
But he don't want to listen to that, though. He don't want to listen to that. He's with the young dudes, man. I'm like
doing this, leaving
with him. He drives me crazy, man. I be
leaving it, champ, leaving their arm out.
Yeah.
I break it. My trainer told me, look, somebody do that, hit that right there, break their arm. The fight is over.
Yep.
Let them keep playing like this. Throw overhand right or snoop something. They're not doing that. So real quick, when the guy do this, the guys in front of them don't do nothing. They just sit there and be right.
You're memorized by it.
Right. You got a fire on them when they do this.
That's right. That's the opening.
That's the opening. Kirkland, that's the buncher boy. I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's it, man. That my trainer Slim taught me defense, and a lot of people saying, "Yo, man, you don't throw a lot of punches." They listen, man. I could throw a lot of punches. I can throw a lot of punches, but I want to make sure I block them punches, man.
Yes,
and counter.
And when you say Slim, you talking about Slim Robinson?
That's the man taught me. Did he work with you? Did he work with you?
Yes, but he used to always work with me with the sparring partners he had. He always worked with my sparring partners to work against me, because George Benton was my trainer at that time, and he was always
Slim was buddies.
Yeah, they was buddies. So they was always, and Slim would always give me advice on what to do and this and that there. So, you know, it was a great world and a great time that I had when I was around those guys. So you're right. The old style of training is a great style.
It is.
Yes, sir.
Gave me a lot of confidence.
Oh yeah, definitely it did.
Real quick, when your trainer tell you, when the trainer, like Don King, I told the guys on the show, Don King said you're gonna fight Larry Holmes. I only had 14 fights. I said, man, That's kind of soon, isn't it, Slim? Slim said, Tim, you're going to kick his ass. And I said, okay.
Yep.
I said, let's go.
And we
And
start a fight.
I almost did it.
Yep.
If I'd had 2 more fights, I probably would have stopped him.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what gave me the confidence, man. And it's not like that nowadays. Nowadays, they're trying to imitate somebody, and a lot of kids are getting hurt, trying to imitate this and imitate that. And you got to have somebody there to actually show you how to not get hit and hurt. So, wow, I can't believe it. I'm on the star. I'm on the show with all these important stars up here. Woo!
But like I said, in order to conquer, you have to survive first in order to conquer. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you got good defense, you can be around that. You can start to imply your game to the fighter. You know what I'm saying?
I believe, but champ, I believe the jab determines, really starts off and determines who's going to take the lead in. If you get that jab and start working that jab in, you got the edge. Then you can add everything else in. So I do believe, I'm a believer of making sure that jab land first. Yeah. And so you can get confidence over your opponents. Wow, that jab is good. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to work my way in there. And then while he's trying to work his way in, you just put the other stuff together.
Yes.
I'm really an advocate with that jab. You gotta Ray Mercer got the hardest jab I ever went up against. Larry Holmes, champ. Larry Holmes' jab wasn't nothing. Now he got a good jab.
Oh yeah.
I'm not disrespecting him.
No, but Mercer just had a hard jab.
Did you see after the first round when I fought Larry, I went like this?
Yeah, but you didn't do it with Mercer.
No, I went like this because I thought that was going to be harder. Here it is, one of the greatest heavyweights of the era or time. I'm fighting them. I only had 14 fights, 7 amateur fights. I had a good trainer. At the end of the round, I said, "Is that him?" Yeah. If you watched after the first round, I said,
"Yeah, I remember."
But I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have did that if he would have been trying to get me like. And before the fight, you got to scare your opponent. He was trying to scare me. Said he'd knock me out, take my girlfriend from me. I'm a bum. He said it. He said I'm a bum. I'm broke. Wow. He said you broke. You ain't got no money. You ain't nobody. And that made me mad. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? He made me mad. Boy,
he inspired you.
Yeah, but that's my man right now. I mean, we all cool. I know it was just a play. You know, you got to play your cards, and I know he was playing his cards, and that's all the part of growing in the boxing game. Yes. And I learned, and now he's like one of my heroes.
Yes, sir. Yep. He's one of mine too. Yeah, definitely.
He had big heart, didn't he?
Yes. Did he ever?
Hell yeah.
Because the stuff you did to him in the ninth, was it the 9th round you had him hurt?
Yeah, but see, and I found out too, my trainer told me that when you get somebody hurt, that's when you're supposed to relax, because you get better shots in. But if you rush, if you see I was rushing, and he said, Tim, if you would have took your time, we would have had him out of there. But I didn't. Yeah. Watch the fight. I was rushing, and all I should have just said, boom, boom, bam, bam, boom, like the old timers did. You know? Yeah. I would have had him out of there. Yeah, I'd have had him out there. I can't believe it. I'm over with Kirkland. All right. Huh? What'd you say, champ?
I didn't say anything.
James.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said something. Okay.
Wow, I think that was Mike. Cool. That was Mike.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was Mike said that?
Yeah.
I say everything. Tim, are you ready?
I just want to quickly mention that I believe James' son's going into the ring this weekend, is he not?
Who?
James Hagler Jr., isn't he hitting the ring today? Tomorrow night.
Friday.
Today.
Next Friday.
Tonight.
Next Friday.
Oh, next Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
actually Saturday, the 14th.
We got. Oh yeah, there's another card on tomorrow. The Rosanicki and Peralta.
Yeah.
That card's gonna be good, man. Rosanicki, he's number 9 ranked with the cruiserweight by the WBC. He stopped Montez at 259 of the second round to claim his 14th career victory, and the bout was Rosanicki's first one since the 22nd, when he was defeated by unanimous decision by Oscar Rivas for the WBC World Bridgerweight title in Montreal. The last victory kept his knockout ratio at 100%, having won all his professional fights by way of knockout or TKO. And then you have Peralta, who's 30, had his last bout on January 15th against Mariano Godinho, and winning by unanimous decision. That was another one, man. The WBC's number 10 ranked cruiserweight is a former two-time Olympian with an unblemished professional career. So, Dan Otter, Three Lions Promotion, feels the bout is not only a big opportunity for Rosicky, but it's an exciting fight for the fans. This is for the WBC International Cruiserweight title. And with both boxers being ranked in the top 10, it becomes an automatic WBC world title eliminator. So this is a great fight to promote. Fans are going to be definitely stoked for this. The co-main event will see the newest addition to the Three Lions stable, current WBC Youth World Lightweight title holder Pedro Bernal, who's 9-1-1 with 3 KOs in Mexico City, and he will take on fellow countryman Giovanni Flores, who's 7-12-1 with 4 KOs in an 8-round bout. The undercard will also see Caroline Redmond of Guelph, Ontario, in her first 8-round bout against former world title challenger and more experienced Simone De Silva, who's 20, 17-0 with 6 KOs. And then we got Jake Doust, who's 3-0 with 2 KOs from Orangeville, Ontario, who's coming off an impressive second-round KO this past March against fellow Canadian Michael Miller, who was 3-6-0. And he will take on Juan Monzon, who's 8-3-3 with 7 KOs. And then we got Lucas Batty, who's 10-0 with 10 KOs of Niagara Falls, Ontario, against Rodolfo Moreno, who's 14-6-0 with 6 KOs. So this one's going to be good, man. I'm super stoked for this card.
I know.
We'll also see local Nova Scotian talent with former world title challenger Tyson Cave, 35-3-0 with 13 KOs from North Preston. Is pitted against Armis Solis, who's 14-14 with 9 KOs. So, this should be a good one, man. I'm super stoked to see our Ontarians. Our Ontarians are in there tonight. They'll be fighting tomorrow, man. I can't wait to see that. Guelph. We got Guelph in there, man. She's gonna be a good one, man.
I know you guys was going to talk probably about Amanda and Katie Taylor, but I know you was going to talk about that a little bit.
Oh, we will.
But we talked. We got Mitch Green to an event.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that.
You see that?
Yeah, I see that. I see. Where were you guys at, man?
We was in New Rochelle. I don't want to take it off the way, but I was going to try to mention that. We got Miss Green. When I was with Don King, we was with Don King. We always used to talk about stuff, how we got ripped off and how good we're going to do. We trained together. We chopped wood. We sparred together with David Bay, a lot of the other guys. Michael Dokes never interacted with nobody. He never interacted with nobody because he was Don King's special prize. Right. You was at the camp before, champ?
No, but I heard these stories.
Yeah, well, Michael Dokes never mingled with us,
right?
And he had his own training period. But everybody else trained together, and blood. Right. We was family. We loved each other, and I would lend him money. He would give it back. I would lend other guys money because they didn't have money. And I love the guy. He's a good guy. But then he went off into another world.
Right.
He went off to another world. I think I was with Don King before him. I think he was with Don before me, and I came in and got a title shot. Somebody else did the same thing, and I think that was some of the things that set him off. So anyway, jumping forward, we got in. I was in touch with him before, a month ago. Me and Greg Towns, remember Greg from Rhode Island? We was in touch with him, and he wouldn't answer the phone because he thought the police was tapping his phone, and I kept telling him, blood, you know me. Look at me. I was like, look in my eyes. You know I won't do nothing like that. He said, yeah, I know, man. I know, but they tapping my phone. There's conspiracy.
Then my Uncle Robbie was the same way, man. Uncle Robbie, he used to say the same thing. They watching me, man. They're gonna get me. We like, who gonna get you? The IRS, man. They coming up. Man, really, man. My dad was like, yo, your uncle, he ain't did too much. He always talking about somebody watching him. Ain't nobody watching him. I cleared all that up for him. I don't know what he talking about.
Robbie Sins, right?
Yeah. Yep. He's
So-
another one
so-
that said that, man.
Yeah, so we finally, I kept talking to him. We finally got him to go to New Rochelle, where they had the big event, and there's raising money for boxers. They gave everybody money. Towns gave Blood the money. We went and got somebody to pick him up. He was happy when he first walked in. A lot of people came over there, wanted to see what he was doing, shaking his hands. He was like Tyson, like a star. He was signing autographs, signing gloves. And so all we want to do is just get Blood on the right track. And there's some more things coming up, guys. There's some more things coming up. And we want him to leave Don King and Tyson alone. Talk about him and himself. And then later on, talk about the adventure, the stuff that he had to go through with Don. Not in a bad way. I told him that. And this is what we kept telling him. And he said, you know what? That's what I'm going to do, Tim. Because if he don't, he's never going to rise.
Right.
Right? He going, Don King. I said, Blood, don't do that. Let's do this. So I was going to try to get him on the show, but I got to talk to Greg Towns and stuff to see and talk to you guys so we can get him on the show. But he trusts me and he trusts Greg. But everybody else, they might be tapping my phone. So the more we get him on, the more he's gonna loosen up, and then he could go on and make money. He couldn't walk, he couldn't walk. So Mike Bernard of Iran Barkley's organization is gonna get him a stationary bike. So he walking with a cane, and he said he got hit by a car or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he got hit by a car, or the car hit him, his leg. And I was going to tell you guys on the show today, that's all, that we got him moving. Let's hope we don't get distracted, and we could possibly bring him on the show. And if you want him on your show, James, whatever, definitely. We can put him on. But I'm gonna first try to get him on this one.
Yeah.
And then we could get him on a lot of other ones. But his trust is a little bit more now.
Yeah, I know. When he came to Brockton up to Pettinelli's, we were all getting undressed, and he comes in there late after everybody working out, and all I heard was just boom, 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 and I was like, "What the hell is that?" We all ran out of the dressing room, come to see, and it's Mitch Green jabbing the heavy bag. Goody had different size bags, and he was hitting the biggest bag, the heaviest bag. Man, he was just hitting it. Wow. Wow, the ceiling was shaking and everything. We was like, damn. I didn't know he had a jab like that. His jab was very strong, man.
He threw a lot of punches, too. Yeah. Kirkland, did you ever spar with him or anything?
No, them guys, they were before my time.
Oh, you a baby. You a baby.
I wouldn't say I'm a baby, but they were before my time, though.
Yeah, Blood threw a lot of punches. He was always humble. He When he like talked to everybody, but then something happened. After I left, just something happened, man, and he just couldn't put it together. Some people said that he was weed and stuff like that. But emotionally, he was like, because he wanted to get the title shot. And he did good with Tyson. He went 10 rounds with him. I love Tyson too. Tyson had to go through a whole lot of stuff. He went through a whole lot of stuff. But I like to help the down. I like to help the person that's down. The guys that's already up there, I'm praising them. But the guy that's down, I got some passion to help them get up. And that's, I don't know what happened to me, but that's what I want to do. See these guys, feel better, look better, and apply this stuff to whatever's going on around them.
Well, one of the guys that you were speaking about, not you, Tim, but one of the guys you were speaking about, Riziki, we sparred together before, and he's a very decent fighter. He's strong, and he's very, very determined. You can hit him with a brick, and he'll still keep on coming. So I'm expecting a hard-fought fight. Whenever it comes to Riziki, he's going to fight in a hard fight. You're going to see two things. You're going to see action and both guys hitting both guys. And I just hope, I just wish Riziki good luck. And of course, when it comes to my man Tyson Cave, I just saw Tyson Cave like 5 or 6 days ago at our gym. And good luck to him. Of course, always, he's my man. He's very sneaky. He's a sneaky type of boxer, very elusive. And I'm just wishing good luck to him, because in my mind, he's gonna do what he has to do.
And of course, honestly, Armin Solis, You know, he's a 50% fighter, man. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, he's 14-14. Tyson Cave, like, you know what I mean? Guys a household name, 35-3-0.
Yeah.
And it's great, man. And right, Ryan Rozicki. You know, this one's for the vacant WBC International Cruiser title.
Yeah.
So I don't see him not coming full tilt, not coming to bring his A game. And I think it's gonna be a quick one for him for tonight, for tomorrow night, man.
Well, you know what I call Rozicki? I called him when we sparred together. I was laughing. I won't say I was laughing at him because I was telling him myself. I said, "Man, you remind me of Rocky Marciano. Like he gets hit, but he's rolling with the shots while he's getting hit.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, he's a tough guy. Yeah. But at the same time, a lot of shots he roll with them. He don't get hit as clean as people think he does. And I remember Rocky Marciano saying the same thing, that people think I'm getting hit clean all the time, but I don't. And I just told Rozicki, man, you know, embrace your style, man, and just keep on, you know, wearing guys down and doing what you got to do. And since then, he been on that streak of doing just what he said he's gonna do. So, you know, congratulations to him, and hopefully he come out on top on this fight also. So
you got an accent. You got an accent.
This fight's in your backyard, isn't it? This card?
Yes. Matter of fact, it's 5 hours, right? 4.
Yeah,
it's 4 hours away. It's in Cape Breton, 4 hours away.
Yeah.
You got an accent. You got an accent.
No, I ain't got no accent. I'm the Canadian Flame.
Oh, Canadian.
Okay. I'm the Canadian Flame. So, you know.
Canadian
sensation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
He's got that accent. It's called Canadian, eh?
But my coach here, he just reminded me. He said, "Don't forget to tell him what your real name is, Kirk Johnson, the Canadian sensation."
Canadian sensation, Kirk Johnson.
Canadian sensation. Yeah. So just let you guys know.
Yo, 37-2, 27 knockouts.
Yeah.
Yo, Big Bubba's in the house, 6'2", 81-inch reach, baby. Come on.
Tim, do you remember Tim, years ago, my managers wanted me to fight you, and you said, no, actually, I'm lying. They didn't want me to fight you. They wanted me to spar with you. And you said, nah. You said, I'll fight him, but I won't spar with him because sparring you got to do every day. He said, but I give him a good fight, though. And I said, no, I don't want to fight my hero, Tim Witherspoon. I said, you know what? I'm going to look at some of Tim Witherspoon fights and see if I can get my overhand right the same as your overhand right.
Whoa, that's cool. A lot of times I wasn't ready. Like to fight Tyson, like I told the guys on the group that his management refused to fight Lennox Lewis, their management, but the boxers would have fought me. Tyson would have fought me, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield. I was telling the guys, I said, whoa, I was like this, man, that's cool. The management was scared because they didn't know which Tim Witherspoon was going to show up. And if I was in Evander Holyfield or Tyson shape, woo, you know.
You're saying you would have been undisputed a hell of a lot longer, eh?
Ooh, I wasn't undisputed.
You were according to Lou Eisen, you were undisputed. Yo, that's Mr. Fact Checker right there, man.
Okay, I believe it then. I believe it.
I know that's right. You got to take that and run with that one too.
Yo, he even said it. He even said it when he was on the panel.
If they give it to you, take it to him.
Undisputed heavyweight champ, Tim Witherspoon.
Put that stuff up. Don't come in there. Grab their hand and pull them and throw the hook. Boom. Or grab them, pull them, throw the right hand. All those little tricks. Slim Robinson showed me. I probably could have got in trouble if I would have did some of them like somebody on a rope. You take the rope and pull them off the rope. You ever do that? You ever do that, Kirk? Somebody on the rope. Did you have to grab the rope and pull somebody to hit them? You can't really do that, but I tried it a couple of times. But in sparring, I did it all the time in sparring. Like somebody on the ropes, I grab the rope and pull them, then hit them with a hook, or grab them with the left, pull them off the ropes and hit them with the punch. All these little tricks, man. They just don't do them
because you had no open hands to do this.
Well, they had the gloves on, you know. But hey,
didn't that dude do that to Shakur when he was boxing? He grabbed his jab and pulled him.
Oh my God! Wow, yeah, that was a way.
Yeah,
wow, he could have got hit. He could have if he grabbed both like this.
He did. He grabbed him, and Shakur looked at the ref, was like, You know, what are you doing? And they said, hey, you could do that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they said the commissioner.
Hey, honestly, I don't know about half the
like,
shit the ref does these days.
He did that, man, because Shakur was leaving his jab out there like this on his head. So the dude,
I would have broke his elbow.
Yeah.
You see the difference? I would have broke his elbow. That trainer should have told him to hit him right in the elbow. The fight would have been over.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
All right,
huh?
right in the armpit.
Right here.
Yeah, right here and here.
Tim,
yeah.
Where you from again? You from Philly, right?
South Philly.
Okay.
Right so down the street from the Italian market where they made the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. So May the 14th, I don't want to jump over to the subject, but I just want to say May the 14th, I have a cousin of mine. His name is Castillo Clayton, and he's getting ready to fight you guys, Jaron Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
Boots.
Yeah.
Boots.
Boots is 28-0.
Yeah.
His 26 knockouts was 1 no decision. So my cousin Castillo is 19-0, was 1 draw, with 12 knockouts.
Yep.
And he was undefeated, and he's 34 years old. Now, I came on the podcast because I just wanted to say that Boots is a great fighter. I like him a lot, and let him keep on doing the thing. But also, I just wanted to say what I needed to say is my cousin Castillo Clayton is the man, and this don't have nothing to do with country. This has got something to do with game and skill. Yeah. May 14th is going to be a wonderful night for Castillo Clayton. And he's going to, all the stuff you've been talking about, and you guys talk about the old fighters.
Yeah.
Castillo been in this gym since he was 10 years old, and I seen his whole way up. My father, Gary Johnson Sr., trained him, along with the assistant coach, Floyd Donovan, trained him. And I sparred with Castillo, even though he's a welterweight. I sparred him all the time, and he put heat on me all the time. He was always the great fighter around the gym, always able to do everything. His amateur record is, I think, he out of 114 fights on record, he lost 14, but really he only lost 2. He lost 1 to Errol Spence by 4-1 split decision or whatever, and he got robbed in the Olympics. If you see it, you'll see that he got robbed in the Olympics in 2012, I think it was. Yeah. But he's our golden boy, and trust me, even though Boots is great, he's great. He's from Philly, and Philly is nothing but a fighting town. I really have to say that May 14th, you're going to see a new rising star, Castillo Clayton. Yeah, so
man.
I just want you guys to
preach it. The best man's going to win.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. I want you guys to really look at this fight, man, because Castillo Clayton, he is something special. Matter of fact, he's so special. When my father and the other coach, Floyd Donovan, when they're teaching fighters stuff in the gym, and also when I want to learn stuff in the gym, 10 years ago when I was doing my fighting thing, Castillo was so talented that I used to say, Castillo, come here, show me how you would do it. And once he showed me how he would do it and the way he would do it, it's like, you know what, now I know how to do it. That's how great he is as a fighter. So, man, when you guys see this fight May 14th in California, and matter of fact, I'll be there ringside. Me and Floyd Donovan, his one of his amateur coaches, we're gonna be there. Watch this fight. It's gonna be a great fight, a great performance by Castillo Clayton. Watch it, don't miss it.
We should get you to go live with your cell phone, and we can stream it, man, and show Canada what it's about.
Say hi to Dean. Go ahead.
Put him on. I'll be there. So if I'm not jumping too much, I'll screen it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Hey, you stumbled onto us because I was repping the man. I did a whole episode about Castillo Clayton.
Come on.
And when you said promotions, and when you said that, I said, you know what? I don't know how to get in touch. I don't know how to get in touch with nobody. Let me just go on here and see if you guys are paying attention to your comments, right? So that's what I did, right?
Excellent. So honestly, yo, how you doing? Canada's getting slept on as a country for boxing
all the way.
And I believe, yo, Castillo Clayton is one of those that is a true representation of what the Canadians bring to the game of boxing.
He's a golden boy. That's right.
He is the golden boy. He's
the Canadian golden boy.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
What card is that?
Kirk, how you doing, champ?
Good. Who's that?
King William, the Welsh Warrior, the Welsh Road Warrior
Hey, how's it going,
that
brother?
played in the Rocky movie.
Okay, what's going on?
Dean.
What card is that fight gonna be on?
Yo, that fight,
That's
I'm gonna
coming
call
on
you
the-
back, okay? Right now is
on
on
the
the
Charlo.
Charlo Brian.
Yeah,
Call you
yes.
back when we
Sure.
finish, okay?
Castellano.
You should have been on the podcast.
Yeah, Kirk, I was saying a couple weeks ago that I was already picking Castillo
I'll call you
to
in
win
about
by
20
decision.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So that's
You
on
said-
the Charlo and Castellano.
You said
Sorry
you
about
was on
that.
the show last week.
I'm on the Daily Show with Mike every day, but we did a specific one about Castillo.
Right,
Castillo
okay.
a little while ago, and I
Right.
said it weeks ago. People don't know him on the world stage yet, but I knew him as an amateur. I knew the Canadian titles that he won, and I know his boxing pedigree. And I said this weeks ago that I was picking him by decision. So
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Guys, who wants to know, that is on
And
the
this
Jamel Charlo
is his
versus
coach.
Brian Castellano
This
card.
is
For
coach.
the WBC, WBA International, and the WBO World
Nice,
Super
nice.
Welter title.
Oh, you talking about Boots? Y'all was talking about Boots?
Yeah, Boots.
Listen, I seen, real quick, I did see him. I watched a couple of times. He got hit with a couple of good shots. I think he needed tighten. I think that he's pretty good on offense, but I seen him get hit, and I was worried about that. But I can't call his dad up who I know him and say, blah, 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 because I don't want to be like disrespecting anybody. But I was watching some videos, and he got hit clean with a couple of shots. Took him just a little. Did you see it? Did you seen it, right? He got hit with a couple of shots. I think it was a level. And I said, whoa, he got to talk. His too much offense. They got to do the offense, but tighten
But you
that
gotta have
defense.
Yes, and you know what, Tim, you would be the one to say something like that about the defense. The defense got to be tight because, like I've been telling people for the last 18 years or 17 years that Tim Witherspoon, right directly after the Klitschko fight, he spoke the truth. He said, Kirk, what happened to your defense? You've been a defensive fighter all your life. All of a sudden, you fight the biggest fight of your life, and you forgot your defense. So one thing you would be on, Tim, you would be on defense, and you notice what we all noticed about Jaron Ennis, who's a great fighter, but we noticed that he's able to get hit. And one thing about Castillo Clayton, Castillo Clayton is he's a sharp shooter.
He can punch. He can punch.
He's a good puncher.
It's not that he can punch. He's like pinpoint accurate with.
Yeah, he's a sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. You know,
he's a sharpshooter.
He's a sniper, and he's got heavy hands too, man.
Something like a Sugar Ray Leonard, he can hit you a lot in the same spot. It's the same type of way. So, you know, I don't want nobody to think I'm biased, but at the same time, I just think that May the 14th, we're coming away with victory. But hey,
you're supposed to feel that way. You on this team.
Yeah, but like you said, Tim, the best man will win, right?
Yep, definitely. I can't wait for this one, man. It's gonna
definitely
be great.
Yeah,
you know, whoever make a mistake, you could have everything in your arsenal, but if you make that mistake, you could lose.
Mistake.
I don't care. I can have more than the other guy, but if you make that mistake, and that's what I seen when Boots, I seen him fighting, and then I seen him get caught, and he got shook a little bit, and then I seen another fight. I said, "Whoa." You know, so I saw like the Deontay Wilder and Tyson fight. Both of them went down 3 times apiece, 4 times. Something wrong with the defense.
Yeah, 100%. And to go back to that fight with the Tyson Fury and Wilder, Fury had way better skills and better defense. And if Wilder had more defense, he could have did better. But because he got the biggest punch in the world, we know that. But his defense wasn't as good as Tyson defense and skills. And that's what, hey, you know, when Floyd Mayweather said, or back in Ali days, they said skills pay the bills. That's the same. Eventually, skills will pay the bills. I mean, big punchers are the greatest thing in the world. We know that. Yeah. But when big punchers have lost, whoever beat them, Ali and George Foreman, Ali, big puncher. Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. Thomas Hearns was a big puncher at that time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
no defense. Big punchers, no defense.
Right. The big punchers normally get beaten by the skillful punchers. So all in all, boxing is still what it is. Hit and not get hit. So the guy who hits the less and catch you the most, that's the guy that's normally is going to win. Now, if you stick to that goal, most times you can win a fight.
Styles makes fights.
Well,
Definitely. Styles make fights.
Well, tell me about that's true. Tell me about the trainers that tell their fighters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tell me about the trainers that say your best defense is your offense, and that's wrong.
No,
that's wrong.
Your best defense.
They don't
is
know
your
no defense.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have defense because you can have great offense, but if I hit you with 5 punches and you survive it, and you chuck 5 punches back and I don't survive, I can have all the offense I want to have. But if I can't survive, if I don't have defense enough to survive, well, I'm losing too. And
if you don't have defense, it's like playing baseball out in left field without a baseball glove trying to catch 5 balls.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Unless you got big hands.
They better be still.
You don't have hands big.
They better be still.
Yeah.
And all my life, whenever a great fighter ever lost or fight at that time, or whatever, you know what? At that particular time, what they lacked defense for that one minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to say anything disrespectful to you, Tim, because you're a great fighter, and I love the fights what you did with Frank Bruno and all the other guys. But the time you fought Smith, Bone Crusher.
I'm going to tell you.
You fought him twice, right?
Right. Go ahead. Finish.
Now the first time you beat him, no problem, right? Because you had we call it the Tim Witherspoon cover up.
What you mean cover up?
No, the skill that my father.
Let me tell you real quick what happened.
Right.
The second fight, and I'm not ashamed it was political.
And
before the fight, we knew that Don King was getting Tyson. He didn't care about none of us. He came to the camp, got everybody together, and told us to get in shape because there's a new kid and we didn't know who he was. Blood heard of him, Blood Green. And he said, y'all better get in shape. So we figured Don King is going to look out for us and all that. But really, he was trying to get Tyson. So going on, I beat Bone Crusher every round.
Every round, yes, right.
Okay, now I messed around. I smoked marijuana. I was supposed to fight Tony Tubbs, give him a rematch. They took $30,000 from me, sent me to a rehab and all that. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to the fight. Tony Tubbs come up with a shoulder injury, right? And I'm like, but I really didn't train for Bone Crusher. I would do a lot of different things. I trained for a guy that moved around. So Tony Tubbs got a shoulder injury. Then they said the fight is off. So we stopped for a couple of days. Then they came back and said the fight is on. And they said we're gonna put you in the Bone Crusher. I said no.
Different style. Yep.
I'm obligated to fight Tony Tubbs. Right? So in that fight, I told my corner, I said, I'm not going to fight. I know Don King only care about Tyson. He don't care about us. He don't care about Bone Crusher. I said, and I told my lawyer, I said, make sure we was going to sue Don King. I said, make sure that I get at least 250, 300,000. I could have got 800,000 because they just wanted me out the way.
Right.
So I said, I'm going down in one. I wouldn't lie to you guys on this podcast and jeopardize anything. If you watch the fight, you see me acting. When I went down, I was crawling, and then when the fight was over, I was the most happiest guy in the world. I spit the teeth out. I told them the best thing could have happened to me was a teeth that was loose, and Bone Crusher hit it, and right near the end, you see I'm in the corner, I spit it out. But it was political. I would never lie like this on Bone Crusher and the heritage. I knew Bone Crusher trained and fought that fight. I would tell the truth. Bone Crusher think he beat me, but I went down and won, and then we went on and we sued Don after that because it wouldn't make no sense.
Right.
Bone Crusher was going to win that fight. Okay, so I know he could punch. I wasn't going all those rounds and knowing that I was going to lose.
Right.
Okay, that fight, because I watched the first fight, then watched the second one. Right. So I went down in 3. My mom and everybody was crying, and I told them what happened afterwards. But everybody in my corner knew what I was going to do. You watched the fight, and there's a couple other fights that I really didn't care about. The Luis Alvarez, there was a flash knockdown, and I was getting paid. Lou said to me afterwards, he said, Tim, I know if you was in shape a couple years ago, you'd have knocked me out. And I said, no, don't worry about it. I didn't even care. I just wanted to get the money at the time. I was broke and everything. So there's some stuff that I did that really is going to come back on me. But that Bone Crusher second fight, I feel bad. He's a good guy. And I went down in 3. At least could have went 3 or 4 rounds. But I just was wanting to get out of there. We got our money. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I went down in that fight.
Right, I got you. It's a lot
I'll
of
take
different
a lie to check the test.
Right. There's a lot of different politics that goes on in boxing that the outsiders don't know and don't understand. Some things are better left alone, but some things it gotta. Okay, let me give you an example. When it comes to Andy Ruiz and the world champion Joshua. Let me just say this. Andy Ruiz fought an excellent fight. I'll give him that. But truly, Joshua was concussed. Right after the fight, Joshua's father went into Hearn's ear and said, I told you my son shouldn't have been fighting this fight because he was concussed. That's not an excuse.
What's concussed?
Concussion. It makes your body weak. It makes your body weak and lethargic, and you gotta know the rest or whatever. But anyway, and you can't really take a shot afterwards for until you heal up. Hockey players get a concussion, football players get a concussion. They don't let you play for a whole 2 months. But yet boxers, we punch at our heads, but yet the promoter allowed Joshua to fight because they figured that Joshua was gonna knock him out in a couple of rounds, which Joshua didn't. But what I'm saying is things like that at the back of the game happens. And think about this. He made $20 million for that fight, Joshua, but then in the rematch with Andy Ruiz, he made $80 million. Why they pay him so much? They paid him so much because you didn't want him to talk about the concussion. If you talk about the concussion, that means boxing will then have to hire a governor to govern over the sport like football and basketball and baseball. And they're going to have more stricter rules, and certain things that happen to us athletes won't happen anymore. You see what the promoters can do to us? Like especially in Timmy days with Don King. Don King could get away with murder with the fighters, with the money and all that stuff. Next minute, you know, you got fighters in the ring fighting injured because of certain situations. But if we had a governor to govern our boxing better,
we trying to get all that stuff.
We wouldn't have to fight this way. In some of these stories, like something with Tim was talking about, some of these stories would get out, and you gotta know the truth behind some of the a lot of part of the game. But hey, it is what it is, right? And let's just hope that you got good management that really cares for you and a good family that cares for you.
Carl King was a manager. He had no power and stuff. So we all made that decision to do that. I didn't have no concussion. This was just
no.
Yeah, it was a political movement.
You had a different situation, but I'm saying you have some fighters who are fighting injured and shouldn't have to fight injured and stuff like that. And then the cliche is you got to be ready at all times, which is impossible. If you can be ready at all times, that means Mayweather, De La Hoya, and those big time guys, they wouldn't wait 8 and 9 months before they fight again. They'll fight every 2 to 3 weeks because they would be ready at all times. Why do the big time fighters have 3 to 5 months to train for a fight, but the small time fighters that's trying to get big time, you give them 2 weeks and the manager or the trainer saying, oh, you got to be ready at all times. But yet the big time fighters,
they'll end up shelving them. They'll shelf them. They'll make them. They'll sit them on the shelf. They'll let them get cold. The next thing you know, they can't get a fight, and then it happens to every single other prospect out there, man.
Thank you.
They fade to black.
Thank you, 100%.
And
I'm glad you know that.
It's a terrible injustice that they're doing to the young cats that are trying to come up in this game. It makes me sick. That's why I've dedicated my show to profiling these young cats around the world to at least get their name out there so people know who the hell they are.
Yes.
Shout out to Carl from Last Belt Boxing. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
That was good. The stuff that I experienced really, I love it. I'm on the podcast. I never thought I would be champ of the world. Oh man, and you know, it's just beautiful meeting people, traveling all around the world. That's what's making me happy. I'm taking care of my kids. I didn't lie about that there. I didn't lie about the bone crusher thing.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
not
I believe it.
ashamed. I'm not ashamed. Like I said, everybody in the corner knew that we was going to do that. But bone crusher didn't, and my mom and my kids, they was crying and everything, and I told them afterwards. I was the happiest man in the world. I didn't have to deal with Don King. I was on my own. We tried to sue him. Then I got burnt on that. So we could talk about that another time because I know there's more.
I thought you won that case.
Winning $1.5 million wasn't winning.
No, that's not winning.
30 million and bringing justice. I'd rather him had come and let them prosecute him in a way. You know, I didn't want him to go to jail because we did. You know, we did communicate, but then he acted a different way when he was around the media and stuff that. So at the end of, and I told the guys real quick, I got that out of my life. Me and Don King, no, I don't want to talk about him no more. I'm with my kids. I'm happy. It's over. He punched me. I punched him back. If any lawsuit come up and they want me to be involved, I'll probably be involved, but it's over.
Yeah,
it's over, you know? So let's go on and talk about other stuff. And if you want to say a couple of things, I'll talk to you. But it's over, man. It's over.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got you. It's time to fight, and it's time to move on. And so right now, you moved on from that situation. That's cool.
Hey, he hit me with a right hand. I hit him with a body shot, a can opener. We call this the can opener. You dig to the body, 2 shots. You know, but you can't avoid it though, champ. When people ask you about Don King, everybody want to know. Everybody want to know what actually happened and stuff. And like I was getting tired of it. I didn't want to do it. And then I just wanted to leave it alone. I can't even enjoy my family, my kids. I'm talk every day. Don King. I stopped talking about him. They know I stopped talking about him. But if you ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth. We got to go on with our lives.
Yeah, true. Well, you know, Don King was a big part of your life, but like you're saying, you're ready to move on. So, you know, that's good. I'm glad.
He wasn't a big part, only of the boxing part, because he'll win if I let him be, you know, a major part of my life.
Don King's the true undisputed champ, eh? Don King's the true undisputed champ, right, Bongiki?
90 years old now, and I found out that Carl King don't even talk to him now.
Wow.
I found that out. I found out through somebody that Carl King and him don't even talk no more.
Yeah, how long they hadn't talked?
I don't know. But I found out about a month ago that him and Don. Oh, there was a guy doing videos for Bob Arum. He used to be with Bob Arum, and he came here and he did a video with me. And then we was talking about Don. I told him I don't want to really talk too much. He said, you know, that him and Carl don't even talk no more. And I said, what? This was only 3 months ago. The guy from New York, he used to work, and now he's doing videos and documentaries. And he came here and told me that. He said, well, they don't even talk no more. I said, oh, my goodness. Okay. So Carl is the guy to really interview. I don't know if you're going to do it. If you find him, that's going to be a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, but I don't know if he'll do it.
Nah, he ain't going to do that.
But they ain't talking. Maybe he mad at Don. You don't think he's going to do it?
No, he ain't going to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm mad at my daddy, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
But that's not his real dad. That's not his real dad.
Yeah, but that's the dad who brought him up as his son. So that's the only father he knows. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I don't know if he knew his dad or not. I can't speak on it, but I know that he don't talk to him anymore. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Carl was cool. Carl tried to help the boxers out sometimes, and then when Don came around, he had to act like Don. But then when he was around us, he used to go down to the bar with us after we trained. We'd go down and some guys get a beer. He would say, man, I'm going to try to talk to my dad and see if we can straighten things out. But then when he get around dad, he's act like Don. So,
Tim, you drink? Check it out. Check this out. I'm 49 years old.
Oh.
I never drank a day in my life, and I never smoked a day in my life.
He's weird. He's weird.
No, you know what? You know what it was? You know what his vice was? His vice was boxing.
No, wait. We used to go around saying to guys like him, they weird because they never got high. And we used to joke like that, you know, and because they don't know what it really feels like.
You know what it feels like? It feels like you need a bag of chips.
I want to be like him. I want to be like him. I want to be like you.
I think if Kirk had him drank and smoked, he'd be as good looking as you, Tim.
Oh, hey, that's a rumble.
Tim don't look that good in real life.
Yeah, but my first drink, my grandma gave me a little bit of beer. I had to be like 12 years old, and then the next time I drunk, I was 21, huh?
Yeah.
Then I was 21, and then I didn't drink really until I got like 30. I started drinking when stuff started coming down on me and everybody else, but I really wasn't no drinker until I got like 30 years old. Oh, wait a minute. I only drink like a glass or something every couple of days. I don't drink every day.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't never drank a day in my life or smoked a day in my life.
You serious?
I took it up as a profession for a couple of years.
Never.
That is no. I'm just saying.
Check it out. And I'm a
How do you
guy.
feel? How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm a club guy. I love to go to clubs. I love to get on the dance floor by myself and dance. Unless my wife, she'll get tired of me dancing, so she'll sit down. But I go on the dance floor all by myself.
I got videos of it.
And dance.
Why do we have these? Why do we have
these? Mike, do you think you like trying to figure out how did he feel and stuff?
Oh,
I feel good. I can't lie. I feel good.
I have friends that are straight edge too, like that, man. Who've never done it. It's a
they
practice.
Weird, aren't they?
Okay,
weird?
It's not that they're weird. It's just...
Let me tell you this. I still train and run the same as I did 25 years ago. Matter of fact, when I spar with the guys, the young guys, they all can't believe this. How do you maintain your speed, your conditioning, and your reflex, and you're older? I said, I don't know. And I'm still the fastest in the gym other than Castillo Clayton. But then again, Castillo Clayton ain't, well, he's at this gym, you know, when he's not training. So yeah, me and him always arguing back and forth, saying who's the fastest. Some people say I'm the fastest, and I'm a heavyweight, 250 pounds. And some people say he's the fastest. So the bottom line is, maybe that's because I don't drink or smoke enough. Like, I don't know.
For sure. That's what it is, man.
You think it is?
You've never.
I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just a high energy. I'm just a high energy type of person. That's all.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder how do you how you feel inside?
I feel great. I feel good. I can't lie. And the thing about it, I'm not ever gonna have the situation that some people had in their life, which is they went downtown at bars.
Yeah.
They woke up the next morning.
Yeah.
And they look at the person beside them and say, "Oh, damn, what happened?"
Or they wake up in jail.
Or wake up in jail. But you know, one thing about me, that don't ever happen. Matter of fact, it's so bad with me. When I was training in Dallas, Texas, all the clubs are 45 minutes apart from each other, not like Philadelphia. Everything is close.
Right.
They're 45 minutes away. In one night, I go to 4 different clubs in one night and stay for an hour at each club. And in one club, drive 45 minutes to another club, drive 45 minutes. My sparring partners be saying, "Nah, man, let's stay here. We're good." They drunk, so they don't want to drive. But I'm never ever drunk. So we all jump in the car while they're drunk. We drive to another club. We go to the club, have a great time. When the night's over, they all say, "Damn, man, I never did that before." Like Zeri Lawrence, Tim.
That's my man. I love him, man.
Yeah. He said, "Kirk, I'm living in New York where the clubs are right beside each other." He said, "I never, ever did 4 clubs in one night." And he said, "You're doing 4 clubs in one night, and the clubs are 45 minutes apart, and you're still driving all night to these other clubs." I said, "That's because I don't drink, and I don't need a designated driver. I'm always the designated driver for everybody." Wow. My wife, for everybody ever known, I'm the designated driver.
I'm just trying to figure out how you feel inside. That's all.
I feel good.
He probably
Like,
feels a hell of a lot better than us.
Yeah.
Floyd, tell him that Floyd is at the gym every day. Don't I do much more than everybody else?
You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say.
All these training programs,
Wow.
I do more than everybody else.
And
That's
also,
big respect. That's big respect, man.
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
he does. He works just as hard. In my fact, he's in the gym than our active fighters are. It's unbelievable.
Coach, are you in the corner? Is he in the corner with the guy that's fighting tomorrow?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. Okay.
No. He helped to train him as an amateur.
Yeah.
Him and my father was the head coach, and he's the assistant coach for the last 18 years.
No, this is my 19th year. Yeah.
19 years, and
Yeah.
they're not in the corner. Me and him gonna be at the fights, but still has his professional staff.
Yeah.
But when he was down here, he came to the gym 3 nights a week, and of course we helped him out and helped him with some ideas and helped him continue to train to get ready for training camp. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Kirk,
Just don't bring the Hilton brothers to the fight. There won't be no fight.
Okay.
Don't bring the Hilton brothers.
You remember the Hilton boys, don't you? That's right.
I love them. They was all in Don King camp. We was all in Don King's camp. I love them guys. They will fight anybody. Outside the ring, I don't care what color, they fighting you. That's why I respect them. Oh, yeah, that's why I respect them.
Well, I'll tell you what. Arturo Getty reminds me of the Hiltons because Arturo Getty came up my day, and he will fight anybody in the ring or on the street. He's fighting anybody.
Arturo Getty was crazy, man. I loved him too, man. I love watching that guy fight.
That's one thing I'm not going to do, fighting on the street. I ain't getting shot or nothing.
Kirk,
You're right. You're right, Timmy. We're down around my way. Like I've been in Texas since 1993, April 1st, 1993. I landed at 6:05 p.m. and the temperature was 72 Fahrenheit. I remember all that because.
How much is that? How hot is that?
That's hot.
72 Fahrenheit. Not for you, Tim. That's not super hot for you, but it's super hot for us Canadians. It's hot for us.
I don't like the heat.
That's a summer day for us.
Yeah,
but a real summer day for you.
Yeah, it's definitely a summer day.
But Timmy, a real summer day for you guys is like 90, 95, and in Texas is like 105. You know, in Dallas, Fort Worth, whatever. But
when guys call me Timmy, it's like they know me for a long time. That's cool. If they say Tim, it's cool. When they say Timmy, it's like they know me for a long time.
So when I first got to Dallas for training, when I went to a club that night or whatever, we heard gunshots or whatever. I ain't ever got shot before or got shot at. We were always good. But back in my territory, we never heard no gunshots. But you know what?
It caught up to us.
20 years later, we do what they do in America right now. Like, so I tell everybody, Canada is America slowed up by 20 years.
Yes.
So whatever happens down in America, 20 years later, more than likely is going to get to Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say, because I've been all around the world all my life. I've been to probably 25 different states in America. I've probably been to 25 different countries in the world, the main countries. And I would say, in my mind, I would say that Canada and USA mirror each other the most. What would you say?
Definitely.
Yeah. If you came to Canada, Tim, and you hung in certain areas, you would say, "Man, I'm back there in Philly." You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's like going back in time a little bit.
Yeah,
that's all it is. We play catch up, and that's how it works, man. But honestly, you couldn't have said it better, Kirk, man. It really is.
The Hilton brothers wasn't scared of nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, they didn't back up off of nobody. Seriously.
They were 20. You know what? They were 20 years. The way they acted, they were not that it was a good thing. They were 20 years ahead of most Canadians because they were into whatever they were into. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna say that.
We're getting in a good way. Hour. We're gonna have to end up this
okay, no problem. Talk. Timmy, it's nice. Yo, up in the corner there is nice.
Kirk, stick around.
What type of tracksuit you got on? I see the tiger there.
What tracksuit? Me?
Kirk,
Yeah.
stick around for a few minutes, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
you, Tim.
that's my neighborhood. That's my neighborhood.
Say that again.
Yo, just stick around for a minute. We're gonna sign off.
Okay.
And, we'll talk to you, okay?
Okay.
Talking Fight fans, thanks for tuning in. To all the fans that dropped comments in the section, thank you again. Bone Key, Carl from Last Bell Boxing, Dusty Mumford, thanks for tuning in, guys. You know what it is. We'll see you next week. Same time, same channel, new topics. Enjoy the fights this weekend, guys. Take care. Knuckle up, man.